Hey guys, welcome back. Rounded Zig-Zag here, and we are covering another trap video today, which is a cool one. It's pretty unique, and I know I've known about it. I've never tested it, but we'll get into that in a second. Just wanted to bring you guys two bits of information. Number one, sorry for the slower drip of content that is current for the past week or so. I haven't really had anything to do. The lunar weapons, I covered all of them in one video and kind of messed up my content flow, but that's okay. I don't want to bring you guys a bunch of stuff that you just don't need and just to create content out of thin air. It's not fun for me. It really isn't. Number two, we are very, very close. I believe we're like 80 subscribers away from actually hitting that 10K mark. So when that happens, hopefully maybe this video will do it. We will have a 10K celebration. There's going to be giveaways, stuff, maybe some free games. We're going to see exactly how it goes. So stay on the lookout for that. Now, with both of those announcements out of the way, let's get into this tunnel video. A lot of times I ask you guys for some ideas, especially after the trap videos, and I'm always looking for a new trap tunnel or something unique, and I know you guys know them, so I just always ask. And this one, XxmattitudexX, this video is inspired by your design. One of the comments you left on one of my previous trap tunnel videos, you wanted me to check this out. Now, I knew about this design. I did know about it. I've never used it because I thought that floor spikes would just be better. We're gonna go over this tunnel and exactly why it works, what we're doing, and why what it does is different than your normal tunnel, and why it actually might be better. It sure as hell is cheaper. It's definitely a cheaper build, but it's kind of better, and there's a reason for it, and we're gonna get into that. But first, let me show you exactly how to build it and why it works the way it does. Let me just say that when I started to record for this part, the dramatic reenactment part, it kind of got long. There's a lot going on in this build and the reasons why it works, because technically you don't need to do it. Everything in this game works fine. This is just something a little unique and different that you might want to try. And it's cheaper. And it's 100% cheaper. You can get away with building a lot less on this than you would normally. It only costs you about 4 traps, maybe 5 tops, and it saves a lot of materials in the long run. Now, we're gonna talk about, for new players, exactly what's going on here. These pillars you see next to you are the husks. Let's pretend that is the spawn. You put these barriers up if in case you need to kite them. That's how you do that. You put up these barriers and they take the path of least resistance. Now that's out of the way. Let's talk about the actual build. You're gonna make a box. The Mattitude said to do a 3x1, 3 tiles long. I don't think that's necessary. I had great results with only a 2x1, but like a vertical, a horizontal, a straight line of a 2x1, no zigzagging in between. This is basically the box you're going to build. The real difference here is we are forgoing all floor traps. So spikes, fire, whatever, frost, all out. We are using these diagonal floor slants instead, as you can see. The difference is normally somebody builds like this. And there's nothing wrong with this build. It works perfectly fine. However, a husk will take the path of least resistance and the straightest line they possibly can. So these little corner pieces, these quarter walls, do help somewhat, but it's nothing compared to the pathing that they can take on the zigzag floor tiles, the quarter tiles, the half tiles, the ones in the other tunnel. It's not the same, not even close. There's probably a 0.5 to 1 second difference per husk, and you add that up multiple times, especially if you're doing something like Fortnite 128, it's really, really good. But that's not the only reason why this tunnel does what it does. Now we're gonna set up the traps for it so I can explain to you why it works probably better, maybe, it's very hard to test, than actual slowing floor spikes. So a normal straightforward tunnel usually looks like this: floor spikes, freeze trap, fire trap, another floor spike, something along those lines. Then you usually end up with pushers on opposite walls and then dynamos or stun lights on their opposite walls. And this is basically what a quick mock-up of a tunnel looks like. However, it works, but not to the best degree. The pushers push them into the wall and that's where they sit. And then they have to kite around the little quarter wall and that's it. It does slow them down. I'm not saying that it doesn't. There's nothing wrong with this. It's just this tunnel does it better. If we use the pillars as husks in this point in the video, so they're that way, right now they're behind us, you have to be careful where you put these wall pushers because they do something different. The slants on the floor tiles actually make the husks shoot backwards. So you always have to be careful of where you're placing these pushers, because if you put them the opposite way, you'll actually push the husks towards your base. On those opposite walls there, I've had the best results with dynamos, and stun lights can work, but it's just more of a slowdown tunnel, and you're not going to use a lot of gas traps here. You can, if you want to, put all 3 or all 2 gas traps, but it's not necessary. The dynamos and the pushers, since the pushers make the husks become recycled, really is enough DPS. You can add just 1 gas trap in here and it'll kill mainly every small husk in the game. Smashers will probably still make it through unless you get lucky, but all you have to do is add 1 gas trap to an entire tunnel and it becomes so effective and so efficient that it's all you need. Now, like I said, you can add a bunch of stuff if you would like to, but it's just not necessary. And in this game, when efficiency is key, this is what I would do. You can even make this a 1x1 and see how well it works. I'm not sure exactly how great it will be. I didn't test that, but every other test I did worked splendid. The dynamos kill them. If they make it through anything, the gas trap will kill them. It's a really strong build. In fact, I think I'm going to use it, and it's cheaper. You don't have to build floor spikes. You don't have to spend thousands on gas traps. 1 is more than enough. And let's finally, now that you know how to build it, let's finally check it out in action, because I tested it a lot. So Mattitude, thank you for the build. Let's check out some gameplay. The first one up, I'm playing Cyborg, whatever his name is, which is going to be another video, by the way. This guy is super underrated, but that's neither here or there. We did a level 118 4-person bomb mission, the hardest missions in the game, and we tested out these tunnels side by side, and we tested one in the back. Like I said, we're going to be cutting through a lot of clips here. I took a lot of footage of this because I was very impressed. My stream was very impressed. This tunnel on this clip right here, this one behind me right now, is fully trapped out. It has every trap in every wall you could possibly do, 3 gas traps, 3 pushers, 3 dynamos. They're not even making it past the first one. That's how efficient this is. And if they do, they get knocked back by the second one. And if they somehow make it through that one, they die by the third one. It's super efficient. I could not believe how efficient this actually was. You can see the numbers just blowing up on the screen. It's actually quite fun to watch. This tunnel is awesome, guys, I'm telling you. But if we switch back over to the other one, this one's trapped a little differently, because the main test here is to see that if this zigzagging actually slows them more than what floor spikes would do. And you also have to remember that you're losing the slight DPS advantage you have on floor spikes. But is it enough? If you had to ask me right now, I would tell you yes. It's definitely enough. It's strong enough to kill everything, not mainly everything in the game except smashers. It's cheaper than the other builds because you're literally taking out 3 sets of traps, and it does a lot of damage. These tunnels that are in front of us right now only have 1 gas trap at the ends. That's it. There's no gas traps doing damage. They're just being recycled and taking a ton. It's a really great build. Let's go into some more footage because we tried different variants as well. If this doesn't show what recycling is, I got nothing for you. This tunnel right here, same mission, just a different spawn, is working beautifully. Again, only 1 gas trap is in here. They are just getting destroyed. They get pushed back from every single angle they possibly can, and nothing makes it out. You can see what I'm talking about. You can see it happening. It's so effective. It's insanely effective. Those slants on the floor tiles really make them bounce up and back and around, and they get out of the tunnel, inside the tunnel, and they just sit there and take damage. It's really impressive to see. This one right here, like I said, is only a 2x1, and it's doing as well as the 3x1. I really don't think you need the 3x1. I think it might be overkill. I really do. And if we're trying to save materials here, then why not only use a 2? Don't worry, guys. I have more for you as well. So this one's a little different. This tunnel right here has no gas traps in it. In fact, it has 3 tire traps. Yes, I completely kitted out my tire traps. Why? couldn't tell you. Don't do it. It's not worth it. This one works just as good. So it really proves how strong dynamos are, because tire traps are terrible. So that tunnel right there is working just as well as all of the others. This is only a level 100 mission though. And don't worry about that build that you see over to your right. That's a little sneak peek at a video coming. I took the principles based on this one and applied it to my diamond trap, my arguably most favorite build, and we're gonna try to test to see if it works. Not 100% sure on it, but we're definitely gonna check it out. But the other one to your left hand side is working just as well. That one only has one gas trap. It's a 2x1. It's only got the same dynamos and pushers, and that's it. So a total of 5 traps. That's it. 5 traps in a 2x1, which is minimal, and it's doing just as well as all the others. I tested this in every single way you possibly could think of, guys. Tire traps, different stun lights. The dynamos definitely were the best, by the way. 100% use dynamos if you have them. If you haven't leveled them up, do it, because those things hit like a truck. And even though this is only a level 100 mission, notice that there is no Harper here either. The other mission did have a Harper. There is no Harper here, so it's not the quick reloads on the traps. Try it out, guys. Please try it out. Let me know what you guys think of this. Mattitude, thank you so much for this idea to at least put it to the test. I really had fun with this one, guys. I really did. So please, if you can, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new and you're brand new into Fortnite Save the World. I know the game was on sale. It still might be. If you guys need to learn anything, this is the place for you. We break down everything we possibly can and see why it works. We have a DPS spreadsheet. We have everything you could possibly need for Fortnite. Guys, if you can make it to the stream, twitch.tv/roundedtiktak, look at this crazy content you're actually missing. Oh my god! Yo, that's so creepy! Oh my god, that's like Ring-esque! And that's really it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Mattitude, once again, thank you so much for bringing it to my attention. I had a lot of fun making this. Hopefully, we get to 10K subs and we can do that giveaway that I was talking about. So stay tuned for that. It's coming real soon, I promise. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. New game, giveaway, sunbeam, weapons. We're gonna have a celebration, so stay on the lookout for that. Make sure to hit that little bell so you don't miss that video. It's coming really soon. Thank you guys so much, for real. Appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one, guys. TikTak out.